What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Spooky Story Time. On today's episode, I want to talk about something that kind of took the world by storm back in the mid-90s, late 90s, and that was the Chupacabras. Now, I am Mexican, Guatemalan. I'm half Mexican, half Guatemalan. I'm Central American, you can say, pretty much. And the Chupacabras was something that really took Spanish news, Spanish TV, like storm.
Los habitantes de una pequeña población al sur de Guatemala están aterrorizados después de descubrir lo que podría ser la primera víctima humana en ese país del chupacabras. Como nos dice César Gaitán, desde allá el mayor temor es que vuelva a atacar.
Now, before we continue this spooky story time, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, and tell your friends about this spooky channel. Go grab something to drink and go grab some snacks, and let's talk spooky. One of the first introductions of El Chupacabra was actually this picture. If you remember this picture, let me tell you, you are close to hitting 30 or you have passed 30. And I think that's scarier than the Chupacabra, is that, you know, we're in our 30s, y'all, all right? We're getting old and everything hurts now. So this cryptid animal, Chupacabras, you know, falls in the same category as Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, the Mothman, and all these other weird things that we read about and people tell us about, lizard people and all that stuff. But I remember the Chupacabras like it was just yesterday, to the point where I had nightmares about it. And 5-6-year-old Leo was very petrified, because if there's anything Mexican, Latino, Hispanic families do, is that they use these things to scare you into submission, to scare you to clean the room, stay in the house, don't go out late at night. Imagine you're watching TV and all of a sudden, primer impacto, and boom, El Chupacabra strikes again. Boom, the cattle's being sucked dry. Boom, all these scary things are happening all over the world, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, breaking news, and Chupacabras has been spotted in Los Angeles. And you're like, mother effer, I'm from Los Angeles. What the heck is gonna happen? Yeah, that was my reasoning as a kid. And then all these pictures, all these illustrations of this creature came out. Some of them had horns, some of them had like spikes, some of them looked like aliens, some of them looked like a lizard, dinosaur slash dog slash I don't know what the heck it was, but it all looked disgusting. That's what it looked like, disgusting. I remember when I would turn on the TV every day, there'll be another case of El Chupacabras, and people would talk about, oh my gosh, El Chupacabras attacked me, El Chupacabras ate my family, ate a family member, we can't find my cat, Fluffy, we can't find my brother, he's been missing. And then they're finding dead bodies, so say, per se, on the farmland and all this stuff. We had people from Guatemala, El Salvador, Mexico, parts of Texas, and the US borderline, and they're all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, it's striking, it's getting closer to this, it's getting closer to that. I saw it in my backyard, it's flying over me. People said they saw it running next to their car. There were so many things happening because the TV really blew this story up. And if there's anything about Latinos, is that we're very gossipy people, chismosos as we like to say. And what happens is that if you tell one person something, that same person is gonna tell the same news, but make it 10 times spicier, make it more meaningful, throw a little sauce, I'll throw a little this and that, and all of a sudden you go from, hey, I saw something different last night, or I saw something weird, that story goes into, oh, you know, Leo saw Chupacabras flying all over his backyard, picking up his dog and playing soccer at the same time. Like, it's just so weird how word from mouth can really misinterpret translations, can really misinterpret things. Now you can ask yourself, was the Chupacabras an actual thing, or was it just a simple gesture of, hey, I saw something weird, and then all of a sudden it just took all over North, Central, South America by storm, like saying there's this creature that looks like this, that's flying all over your house, flying in your backyard, trying to eat your dog, trying to suck the life out of your dog, killing all your cattle, doing all this stuff? I don't know. I don't know what's the bigger animal, the bigger enemy, the bigger creature, the bigger monster. Social media, or media, because there was no such thing as social media back then. Well, there kind of was, but I'm talking about media, TV media, news media, or this creature called the Chupacabra, that to this day, there's still no factual proof that it exists. Now, here's the thing. There's still no confirmed evidence that it exists, that there's this such thing as a goat sucker flying around, you know, the US trying to look for its next, you know, Dairy Queen, you know, White Castle dinner, sucking the in and out of these cows or cattle. But we did find some creatures that literally looked like they got sucked alive. Like if something came, put its veins, you can say, and use those veins as straws and just suck the bones and the guts and the blood and the muscle out of it, and it literally looked like a empty balloon. There was nothing in it. It just looked dry. It's just so weird how, yes, there's no evidence that there's this chupacabras, but there's the evidence of these cattle being mauled, sucked dry. Some people think, and this is something I was doing research on, is that some people thought these were satanic or some kind of rituals to open a portal or some kind of animal sacrificial practice to make people, I don't know, get closer to the devil or whatever practice they have. And if that was the case, yo, this was wild, because if they were able to do this, I'm pretty sure they're still doing it now, but you know, human sacrifice, is that an actual thing? And I know there's nothing to do with the chupacabras, but who knows? Maybe the chupacabras is the devil. Maybe it's the devil's pet, you know, freaking Fluffy. Oh, hey Fluffy, you know, we call it chupacabras, and it looks menacing for, you know, to the devil. That's its freaking, you know, dog. I think even Dexter's Laboratory did a whole thing about chupacabras, and it turned out to be Dexter's pet, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really going deep in my memory lanes, you know.
What sort of nonsense is this Chupacabra? The Chupacabra is a monster in South America that attacks goats! Look! Charlie! No! Chupacabra! Charlie!
But I can tell you that story, that first picture of this chupacabras really petrified me, really scared me, and really made me not want to go outside after the sun went down, because I thought this thing was gonna come, pick me up, and take me, I don't know, to its lair, eat me, destroy me, kill me. I don't know, but the news did a perfectly good job for all the little Mexican boys, all those little Guatemalan, Central American kids to stay indoors and not go outside, because their parents will be like, if you don't behave, el chupacabras is gonna get you. And you know what? To this day, I freaking still believe it, because I'm afraid that motherfucker's gonna be right behind me when I'm driving, and it's gonna pick up my car and take me to wherever the hell it's gonna take me. You can say that us Latino kids, we're kind of traumatized, because our parents really tried to scare us to go to sleep. They didn't tell us, you know, beautiful lullabies and nursery rhymes to go to sleep. They told us scary stories to go to sleep. But y'all, let me know, what do you think about the chupacabras? What do you think it is? What do you think it was? What do you think the purpose of it? You know, what if media did make a big spectacle out of nothing? Y'all know I love horror, I love spooky, I love scary, I love the whole thing about demons and ghouls and goblins and all this stuff, but at the same time, it takes a lot for me to be afraid and to actually say, oh, this is real. So yes, what if this was just a small little thing that somebody said, hey, I thought saw something, and all of a sudden your brain created that something, you know, it made its own interpretation of what it was, and all of a sudden pandemonium. Who knows? The human brain is a powerful tool, it's a powerful instrument, and the human imagination is just as powerful. And maybe this chupacabra thing was just a simple dog, a simple cat on a bad day, just jumping from one fence to another, and somebody saw it and thought it was a freaking creature that sucks the life out of you. But then all of a sudden, there's sucked dry cattle all over, I guess, the Western Hemisphere and North Central South America. Who the heck knows? But I want to know, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section, what do you think the chupacabras was, what it was doing? Guys, this is my first episode back of Spooky Story Time. I hope you enjoyed it. Love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. And what do you want me to talk about in the next Spooky Story Time episode, all right? See you guys later. Bye!